Hi, I'm recording this video for people who identify as believers in Jesus Christ. I'm very concerned that we are being cornered, we are being painted in a way that is very negative, and the church in general is under attack. This is all casting a dark cloud over our faith in Jesus Christ and over the church in general. And it's causing many to ask questions about the church, to question whether we really want to belong, whether we really believe. What is it that we believe in? There's so much good coming out of the church, and that's always good to see, but there's also quite a bit of negative that's coming out of the church. And so many people are at the junction in the road. They're asking themselves, and we're asking ourselves, just what do I believe in? Am I in this because I believe it, or is it just a tradition? Is it something that I have grown accustomed to doing? How far am I willing to go with this? Even as the world is becoming more intense and intent on exposing the church and bringing it down, am I going to be included in that? Am I willing to face persecution on behalf of Jesus Christ? And I know that for many who believe in Jesus Christ, the answer is yes, of course. But is that the same way that, is this the same answer that we're going to get consistently throughout the church from the thousands and millions of people who attend church on Sunday morning? This is quite a concern for me. There are some legitimate charges that are being leveled against the church. I've heard many friends of mine explain to me just why they think there's racism in the church, and books have been written about that. Others have explained how they see hypocrisy and how they see just kind of running after money. It's not a sincere effort. And I think a lot of that is true. From my perspective, I have seen a different side of the church. I have been working as a missionary for about 30 years, and I have been supported by churches in America and in Europe. And I have seen a lot of people come out to the mission field and visit me there. And I have seen a lot of sincere love and sincere obedience to Jesus Christ and appreciation. I have seen genuine worship. I have seen the gospel expanding in unlikely places, just going and spreading among people who want to hear the Word of God, people who are hungering and thirsting for the righteousness of God. I have seen the positive side, and it is powerful what is happening in the world today. The gospel has been spreading worldwide for decades and like never before. So the story that we don't hear in the news is quite amazing. God is at work. God is here. He is genuine. He is real, and He is saving people throughout the world. Now, the story that the media here prefers to present is one of, like I said, hypocrisy, racism, and hate speech. So, what should we do? What can we do? Why is that? Why do we give an open door for these criticisms? As you know, the Word of God says, live your life in a way that you are beyond reproach. So how are we not being beyond reproach? Why are some of these accusations sticking? This is a cause of great concern, especially when I'm out in the world telling people come to Christ. I need to be inviting them to something that is true and genuine, and I don't want to invite them to a culture or a tradition or some kind of a ritual or anything like that. This is why I have written this book, Father Abraham Has Many Sons and Daughters. And it's actually a look at the people of God, the believers in Jesus Christ, and the people who identify with God throughout history. This is not new. It has been throughout history. The same accusation has been hanging, and the same mix of people are involved in what is called the church. And the difference is that some are transformed and others are not. So I have written this book as a result of my experience in missions for over 25 years, and as a result of what is happening in the world, I wanted to communicate with you what can we do in order to stand strong for the gospel. As you know, in Revelation, the word says they overcame Satan, the devil. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the power of their testimony, of their own testimony. Our testimony is so important. And so I want you to have a wonderful testimony of the power of the gospel in your life. This is why I encourage you to read this book. Read it and let me know what you think.